All right, thanks for tuning in to this critical weather explainer. We are tracking a major, multi day winter storm that's getting ready to wall up the entire Ohio River Valley this weekend. We're talking significant snow, a serious threat of ice, and then dangerously cold air. Okay, let's dive right in. The National Weather Service has already gone ahead and issued official alerts for the whole region. And really, these tell the story. A winter storm warning is up from Saturday morning all the way through midday Monday. That tells you everything you need to know. A high impact event is knocking on our door, one that could absolutely shut the region down for a while. Before a single snowflake even thinks about flying, the first threat is already arriving today. We've got a powerful Arctic air mass plunging in, and this is what's going to set the stage for the entire weekend. It's going to make sure that whatever falls is going to stick around for a very, very long time. And that temperature drop, it's happening as we speak. We started off in the 20s this morning, but we're going to keep falling into the teens by midday, and then boom, down into the single digits this evening. Overnight, wind chills will be well below zero. The ground is going to be frozen solid before the storm even gets here. So now that the cold air is locked in place, let's talk about the main event. And listen, this is not a quick hitter. This is more like a long duration siege of snow and ice, and it's going to unfold in a couple of different phases over the weekend. And what you really need to take away from this is just how long this thing is going to last. We are looking at roughly 30 to 36 hours of pretty much continuous precipitation. It's going to start Saturday afternoon, and it won't fully get out of here until early Monday morning. So if you've got errands to run Saturday morning, you should be okay. But you are definitely going to want to be home and off the roads by late afternoon. The snow will start moving in between 2 and 6 p.m., and it'll start light. But once that sun goes down and the snowfall rates pick up, road conditions are going to go downhill, and they're going to go downhill fast. Sunday is when we hit the most intense period of the storm, and a really critical dividing line is trying to set up. While areas, say, northwest of I-71 will probably just see continued heavy snow, we've got a major concern developing for everyone south and east of that line. That's where a mix of sleet and freezing rain could create a much, much more dangerous situation. And that right there brings us to the million-dollar question in this forecast. It's the one thing that's going to completely determine this storm's ultimate impact. Is it going to be a major snowstorm, or is it going to be a crippling ice event? What's really wild here is that a temperature change of just a few degrees, a couple thousand feet up in the atmosphere, is what completely changes the threat we face on the ground. If it's all snow, the biggest problem is travel. It's a huge headache. But if we get that mix of sleet and freezing rain, the threat shifts dramatically to widespread power outages and serious tree damage. It's a whole different ballgame. Okay, so when this is all said and done, what are we going to be left with? Let's break down what's likely to pile up and the hazards that are going to come with it. Right now, our best guess, our most likely forecast, is for widespread totals in that 9 to 12-inch range. And let me tell you, for our area, that is a major disruptive snow. Now, if we somehow manage to avoid that wintry mix altogether, some spots could end up with even more. This quote really sums it all up. The bottom line is, the more sleet and freezing rain you see falling, the less snow you're going to have to shovel. But remember, that's not necessarily good news. The overall impacts from that ice could be far, far worse than a few extra inches of snow. So what's the bottom line here? Look, you need to plan for widespread, major travel disruptions from Saturday evening right on through the Monday morning commute. Be ready for the real possibility of prolonged power outages. And you need to know that whatever falls, it is not melting anytime soon with the bitter cold that's coming in right behind. But listen, even when the snow finally stops Sunday night, we are not out of the woods, not by a long shot. In fact, a new and in some ways an even more life-threatening hazard arrives right in the storm's wake. I'm talking about a dangerous deep freeze. Bitterly cold Arctic air just comes rushing in behind this system. By Monday night, we're talking about actual air temperatures plummeting, with lows bottoming out around 2 degrees below zero. And when you factor in even a light wind on top of those frigid temperatures, well, the wind chill on Tuesday morning could feel like 10 to 20 degrees below zero. This is no joke. That's cold enough for frostbite to set in on any exposed skin in just a matter of minutes. So what does all this mean for you? Let's talk about an action plan. Here are the absolute most critical steps you should be taking right now to stay safe through all 3 acts of this winter storm. Number 1, get all your travel, all your errands done by Saturday afternoon. After that, just stay put, stay off the roads. Number 2, prepare for power outages. Get your flashlights, your blankets, your non-perishable food. Have that safety kit ready to go. Third, protect your house. Protect your pipes from that deep freeze. And finally, just plan to stay inside as much as you can, especially Monday and Tuesday when that cold will be at its absolute worst. So you have to ask yourself, are you prepared? Because this isn't just a snowstorm. This is a major snowstorm, immediately followed by a dangerous, life-threatening cold outbreak. It's the 1-2 punch that makes this event so significant. Preparation is absolutely everything. Please stay safe out there.